Hello and welcome back. And today we have the one and only Loopy. He literally was like under his bed for the past 2 years now, and now he's here. He's on the video again, and someday maybe he'll go back to streaming. Maybe he'll stream Call of Duty this time. Who knows? So.
Call of Duty.
Hello, Loopy. Welcome back, though. It's been a while.
I've officially abandoned Toontown. I'm going to exclusively FPS games now.
Oh my god, Loopy, how dare you? So, today we're going to be playing some Cartoonival. It's no longer Toonfest. It's supposed to be this great thing. I never heard of Toonfest before. I heard just Cartoonival was like this brand new game, Loopy.
Toonfest, isn't that the IRL convention?
Right?
Not to be confused with the in-game event.
Oh my god, let's go through the tunnel to see if we crash or not.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Wow, I love this, like, 2 frames per second. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I loaded in sideways, but it's fine. We're good.
So, I guess this is just basically the same thing, but just slapping, like, the Cartoonival logo and, like, calling it a day.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Broadway. We made a video, like, a year or two ago on Toonfest. I think this is going to be the same thing.
Oh, man, I thought it would at least be some... Oh, well, there's an F over here. I think that's been there.
Remember when that was Toonest? Without the F?
Oh, yeah, my bad. It wasn't Toonfest. What am I kidding? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm off to... Oh, okay. Great start already. Oh, okay. Awesome. Great start already.
I'm not lagging as bad as last year, I think, though. But I also have a better computer, I think, maybe.
Wow.
Honestly, I can't remember. The time blends in. I've been living in a cryogenic chamber ever since my last video. So I don't know how long time's been.
Wow. I see.
Our field office is here yet?
Oh, man. If only, right?
Those are supposed to come out by now, right?
Yeah. I'd say maybe for next Toonfest. Or should I say Cartoonival?
I see somebody moonwalking over here.
Oh, man. I don't know what's going on with my tune, but I'm just going to roll with it.
What's happening? Wait, what's happening to you?
Well, first I got shot out of a cannon, but like I went to the cannon and it shot me over somewhere else, and let's just say it's going great so far. I got some 15 Cartoonival tokens. Wow. I thought I had tokens last year, but I guess not.
That's pretty epic.
Oh, dude, Flippy's here. Oh man, he came out of the Toon Hall to say hello, everyone. Oh man.
Bro, I just picked up a sick jelly bean bag.
Dude, I'm literally talking to Flippy right now. I don't know how I feel.
Well, you should feel honored, I think.
My god. It's like going right next to Loopy Goopy and saying, hello, I'm your biggest fan, but instead I'm like, this is like the president of Toontown. Even Joey's not even comparison to Flippy over here.
Yeah, he's just like friend of the Toon Council.
All right. All right, I'm gonna go buy some overpriced gags.
Gonna drop some jellies on that gag.
I hope. Yeah. So this is pretty much, I guess, a more slightly less broken Toonfest, I guess you could say.
Here we are in 2021, and we still can't talk to the same NPCs at the same time. Everybody wait in line to get your pies.
Oh boy. I don't see. Wait, what's the population at right now? It's 1,800, dude. Whoa. Wasn't last year it was like at least 3,000?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's going, not in an upwards trajectory. But I mean, again, like, what can you really do?
I honestly, just me personally, it's like, okay, you're rebranding, which is one thing, all right? I'm not saying Cartoonival is a bad name. I'm saying it's definitely, I think it's more of a less confusing than Toonfest, because a lot of people would be like, which Toonfest are you talking about? And, okay, I get their idea of the rebranding, all right? But my biggest thing with it is, it's pretty much they just slapped a logo on it, called it the no longer quote-unquote Toonfest, and I just feel like they should have, like, I know my fiance was kind of suggesting, like, why don't they, like, which I don't think they go this far, but Cartoonival, maybe make it more like a carnival.
Oh, God. Sorry, I'm having a glitch over here right now.
Oh, it's alright. It's Toontown after all. But I just, like, I don't know. I think, like, I think they should have at least added some different things or changed different things, or I mean, even hell, I mean, make it a oh my god, if I could even English, make it like a carnival. Like, I don't know, I think it's just they just slapped the logo on it and just I don't think anything's I don't even know if they really fixed any bugs, to be honest with you, because it seems like the same bugs are still here.
No, I mean, you're talking about bugs, and I'm looking at one right now.
That's what I mean. I didn't even really load in like the entrance, so that's just, I don't know. I just think like, I don't know. I feel like they should have at least added a new game. Like, add like, or even what you could do, instead of adding this duck for the duck-a-tank, add Loopy in there. Add something just different.
I've done and been there. People don't like that.
Oh,
they're like, oh, Loopy's featured in the content.
Oh,
this is the worst.
He's a sellout.
This is a sin to the community.
Oh boy, you're gonna get a Toontown ban coming your way. What's your whole thought? Do you think they should have added different things, or what do you think so far?
Although Cartoonival is a highly divisive thing, as far as should it be Toonfest, should it be Cartoonival? I get why they did it, because, you know, they didn't want kind of overlap with the IRL thing and the in-game thing. Although this year, because of the pandemic, there's no IRL one. So it's kind of weird. Oh my
I don't know.
I keep experiencing issues right now. I like fall out of my cannon.
Oh boy, dude. That's
well, anyways,
content.
just from my own experience with like Corporate Clash, I don't blame them for not like adding new stuff every single year to this event, mostly because the amount of development time versus reward is not like that great.
I mean, fair.
I think the basic idea of this, in my opinion, is create as many seasonal events as you can without having to like refresh the content, so that there's something kind of changing while also just focusing on development of important stuff.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, after all, I heard they're working on some field offices, so but I don't know. I kind of just think, I mean, yeah, you're trying to rebrand it, which is fine, but I kind of think there should have been at least something changed. Maybe even, I don't know, more just, I don't know, just something. Maybe adding more accessories or adding something different, which actually reminds me. I doubt it, but, and I mean, even this year, another thing that kind of Mega Snoop mentioned is like, nobody was, I mean, on Twitter, they usually always talk about stuff and on the blog and everything, but like, nothing was really kind of, maybe like a few weeks ago, but there wasn't really as much like hype as like even like last year's, like they would be like, on Twitter be like, oh yeah, Toonfest is coming and everything like that, but this year it just doesn't seem like even the team kind of said much about it.
Yeah, that was definitely a slightly more curious thing, because in the past, even if it wasn't like brand new content, usually TTR would, you know, drum up some kind of social media about it, right?
Right.
But this year they just were kind of whisper quiet.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's like a sign that they're really focusing on bigger stuff, or maybe the people in charge of their PR department were not able to get things together. I don't know.
That's definitely something that I am curious about, or maybe they're just working on a brand new feature that they want to add in Toonfest, but they just, or I guess Cartoonival, or they just don't want to say anything yet. That'd be something.
For sure. I mean, but the bottom line is, though, that, like, I imagine they do have people whose jobs are, like, mainly only PR, like Twitter and social media.
Right.
So I don't even think, like, you can blame field office development as far as them not tweeting about the Cartoonival or anything like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really take much effort to kind of throw a couple words on there, maybe a picture, and then calling it a day. I mean,
it takes 5 minutes to Photoshop something cute.
Yeah, and I definitely think they have a pretty decent amount of people on their team. I mean, I know Corporate Clash does too, and then of course TTR, but I don't know. I just think, you know, they should have at least made something. I mean, maybe they will. I would assume they should at least make a blog post today saying, hey, it's been kind of, because it's like a big thing for them. It's not like, oh, hey, it's even Christmas or you know, April Fools or something. It's like their celebration of TTR, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's not like I can be too critical of it though, with like Corporate Clash needing to be upping their game on social media lately too anyways, so
I mean, I don't know. I know you guys did like a whole Q&A thing, and I watched the majority of it, but I didn't watch so much of it. But I mean, I just think TTR kind of really is kind of, I think they need to I don't know. It's like hard to say. I feel like they should work on their social media maybe a little bit more because they post on
Their
social media.
is usually their social media is usually pretty good.
Cartoonival, a lot of people were just like, so anything different? When is it coming out? And because some people haven't been to Toonfest before, so they don't even know anything about this. Even I forgot like what time they usually do this, which, you know, looking on Discord a little bit, I found that out, but I just kind of think there should have been more of a, especially for something much big of them, because it's basically their anniversary.
I mean, to be honest with you, I never even remember that, like, it comes out around this time of year.
I don't either. I was just like, you know, I wonder where they posted about it. I literally didn't even realize that it was around this time. I knew it was sometimes at the end of the year, but when I saw them like post a little bit about it, I'm like, oh wait, that was a thing.
Why do these NPC clerks have little tiny baby boxes?
Because
they got like little tiny text boxes, little baby ones. Like they're
Oh.
saying, I have to earn more tokens. Tell them I sent you.
They are trying to sell you out of getting ripped off with tokens. That's what
I think my whole experience is bugged right now. I don't know what's going on.
Dude, I think it's just meant, you're just not meant to earn any tokens this year.
I have 27 tokens right now.
Wow, you are some rich person right now.
I'm well on my way to getting that merry multiplier.
I wonder what the maximum amount of tokens you can earn.
Well, considering in the shop, it's like there's some items for like multiple thousands. Probably a pretty decent chunky amount.
Let's get to 1 million tokens.
We're not gonna stop playing till we hit 1 million Cartoonival tokens.
Toonfest tokens, what are those? I've never heard of those.
We do a little bit of history erasure.
Alright guys, it's time for history class. Starring your boy, Loopy.
Bro, if this game still exists in like 5 years, you can be like, bro, I was such an OG to this game. I played when it was still called Toonfest in game.
Dude, if it's out for like 10 years and my daughter starts playing Toontown, I'll be like, yeah, I remember back when it used to be called Toonfest.
Yeah, you can pull up that video where I played Toonfest with you.
Oh my god, be like, who the heck is Loopy? Oh, he's some old streamer. Probably don't
Just some boomer guy.
Yeah, he's probably, you know,
He's old news.
Dude, he's like probably like 80 years old now. He's got his cane and everything now. Back when they used to have it as Toonfest.
I used to play Toonfest in the game. Now it's Cartoonable.
And then the next 10 years, it's gonna be called I don't even know what they would call it in 10 years. Probably something with the futuristic.
Let's fuse them. Cartoonfest.
Wow, you just really confused me. I feel like I'm gonna play this for today, and then I'm not gonna play it till like it's almost over. Maybe, I don't know. I just hope.
I think the difficult thing is this is only worth playing if you don't have the accessories or if you're in a position where a merry multiplier makes sense for you.
Right.
Whereas a lot of us are probably at a point where all our gags are maxed. We're probably done with at least Sellbot and Cashbot. You know, merry multipliers don't really do much for us. It's good for the small tunes. That
right. Yeah. I mean, that's
up.
something I do think was really kind of cool and all, but I definitely think they should at least add something different, maybe different accessories or just something that could boost. I don't know, like double jelly beans. I'm not saying like, oh my god, like that's such a used feature or double. I don't know, double earning of Cartoonival tokens. Just something.
Well, they already have like so many accessories in here too. It's like, how many can you really have?
I mean, we can always add a Loopy sellout token.
Bro, I'm with it.
Oh man, did I just get debated and just like, okay, yeah, I think I'm kind of stuck here.
Oh, sweet.
Oh
It's
man,
it's not a Cartoonival unless you get stuck somewhere.
dude, it's not Toontown if you don't get crashed or stuck somewhere.
Have you been making sure to double tap W for
have
your
you-
sprint?
Well, I have been making sure to use Alt F4 when possible.
Oh, Alt F4 is the true sprint button.
Dude, you press Alt F4 and you'll get 1 million tokens right away, guaranteed.
You cannot get anywhere faster than pressing Alt F4.
If you press Alt 4, we guarantee you will get 1 million tokens or your tokens back.
I don't know if you can go around giving guarantees like that, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh my god, I wake up in the morning, they're like, Broadway, how dare you? I'm reporting you now for breaking your guarantee promise.
You wake up with a summons in your mailbox.
Oh my god, Joey comes up to my doorstep and says, hello, so here's the problem. You can't be guaranteeing something like that. Sorry, sir.
So it appears you guaranteed a lot of our in-game currency. We're going to have to cease and desist.
Imagine you press Alt F4 and the whole district crashes.
That sounds like the worst April Toons prank ever.
I honestly...
Press Alt F4 to crash the district.
Do you realize how many people would be pressing that?
It's like a Toontown offline joke.
Oh my god.
Press Alt F4 to crash the mini server.
And you saying do not do it, I feel like it's just going to make people want to do it.
Oh, for sure. It's like the Streisand effect, right? Oh my god, I'm just getting stuck on a tree right now.
Oh boy.
I'm in the tree.
Oh, remember, Loopy, the guarantee of Alt F4. You have to press Alt F4.
I don't wanna. If you press Alt F4, you die in real life.
Oh no, F in the chat. Oh no, Loopy.
Come find me. I'm by the Cartoonival to the right if you walk from the entrance, and I'm in a tree. I'm above a picnic table.
You're above a picnic table.
Oh, I fell out of the tree. There I go. Whoop.
Wow. You debated it. So I have 201 tokens. Wow, look at me.
So yeah, I don't really blame them for not having like crazy new experiences or even like little things, because at this point they need to go like all hands on deck for field offices, whatever's left. And it's such a drain on resources to have to create like limited ticky-tacky stuff for Cartoonable.
I mean,
rather
I guess...
than working on that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I hope field offices isn't going to be a thing where they release them and then people are like, where it's either like it crashes everybody or, which I know it's known to bugs. Like, don't hear me. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I hope it's not like one of those things where it's like you go to an event, you're so excited and everything, then you show up and you're like, oh, okay, I just literally just got moved into a completely different place. Nice. And you just...
Sweet.
But I don't know. I mean, I hope field offices is definitely something like Boss Bot HQ, because when TTR came out with Boss Bot HQ, I have to say, I think that was so freaking cool on how they like redid it. They made it worth waiting for. I definitely feel like they definitely did with that.
In general, let's kind of like take a step back and look at it. And let me do my best Shapiro here.
Oh boy.
Let's say, hypothetically, you're working on field offices and like, let's say you're at the point where the boss room needs to be textured. Let's say you have 2 available texture artists. Do you want them to create a couple new outfits for Cartoonival, or do you want them to just keep working on texturing that boss room? You know what I mean? It's the pros versus con in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, you only have, I mean, even if you had like 100 people on your team, which I don't know how many TTR has, I haven't really counted, but I would assume they have a big chunk on their list. But I mean, it's, yeah, I get your point, like where, you know, you should be kind of focusing on a bigger thing more than on little things. But I know multitasking is a thing. You can assign different people in different things, but at the same time, you know, I definitely think they're trying to push more focus on field offices, which is understandable. I mean, I mean, yeah, I'm disappointed that there's really not much different with Toonfest or Cartoonival, if anything, which, I don't think anything's changed. I think it's just pretty much more bugs than anything, which is a little confusing, but regardless, I get where you're coming from, and I get if that's what they're coming from too, of like, yeah, okay, which they probably are focusing on field offices, which is understandable. I just really kind of wish there was something at least different, just something. Again, that's my opinion. I know my opinion is my opinion. Loopy's opinion is Loopy's own world of opinion, and it's just... it's what it is, but maybe next year, boys.
Cartoonival, maybe next year, boys. What a great slogan.
Right? I can see that already. Just slap that underneath it, because I don't think Toonfest or Cartoonival ever had a slogan, so there you go, guys. Good idea. Maybe next year. Oh, not next year? Like, maybe the following.
Maybe the next 2, 3, 5. We'll see.
Oh, it did come this year?
Cartoonival.
It's all right. You tried. I
think as far as Toontown Rewritten goes, though, I mean, there's kind of like an expectation already at this point that events are probably not going to be like refreshed every year.
Yeah,
because when it comes to like Christmas tasks and whatnot, it's and Halloween, weren't those things always the same kind of looped stuff nowadays?
Yeah, I think it was pretty much the same for the most part. Yeah. I don't know. If they didn't changed the name and left everything pretty much the same, I guess I could understand it in my personal kind of opinion, but I just think they should at least did a little bit something. You know, I mean, I know, yes, it's effort adding in different things, changing different things, but I feel like the code hasn't even been touched. I feel like other than changing the name out and stuff, I don't really think really anything else was changed. I mean, bugs, if anything, I think they're kind of exactly the same. At least the bug fixes, making it maybe more, I don't know, it's just, I feel like something should be changed. I don't know.
That makes me wonder how much of a bottleneck they have on the development side, where like not even the bugs are getting fixed for the Cartoonival, which are like pretty well documented at this point, I would imagine.
Right, and it's I'm not saying like, hey, features need to at least be added, but at least maybe bugs, you know, try to work out, you know, because they were obviously, you know, you need to go in the code to change the name and stuff like that. It's not just as simple as slapping a logo and saying, hey guys, we're calling it a day, you know, as far as like, hey,
I mean, it's kind of there's
sped up a part of the Cartoonival tour. It's probably you know,
tower no.
Oh, tower. Yeah, I can't English.
Cartoonival tour, that's cool.
Honestly,
have an event that tours in the playgrounds, boys.
Maybe next year. Oh jeez. But I mean, after field offices, it's just, I kind of wonder what's next. I mean, I don't see TTR ever adding True Friends. I don't see TTR ever adding a new cog kind of thing. Or a new gag and maybe a new playground. I know they were kind of talking about that briefly. That's
honestly, to me, talking about what's after field offices is more fun than talking about field offices, because like where do they go after that? You know, do they go finally to the executive office tower?
Oh,
do they take a step back and go? Yeah, that exists, right?
I literally forgot about that. Holy heck.
Do they take a step back and go down the wonderful fun that it is developing a new Toon playground? By the way, making new playgrounds is harder than you think it is, because you got to make the playground, then you got to come up with names for all the shops and shopkeepers. But not only that, you have to make these streets using the level editor, and that's just not fun.
Oh yeah, it breaks like about what, 20 times at least.
if you look at it the wrong way.
So as long as you don't put Loopy in there anywhere, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, just no meatballs. We don't need that. The community's spoken.
Oh, that's something maybe for next year. Add a meatball throwing game.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Or a Loopy all-you-can-eat meatballs contest. Whoever can eat the most meatball can get some dank tokens.
Dank tokens, huh?
Yep. Maybe next year. Oh my god, I just saw a duck named Dr. Phil. That's amazing.
Yeah, can we have a host for the Cartoonival? I'd love Dr. Phil to be in the game as Dr. Phil's Cartoonival. We don't need rigmarole.
Yeah, honestly, imagine that.
We need Dr. Phil.
Every time a bug gets reported, he's like, now listen here. The TTR team is really hard work behind the scenes of trying to fix this.
Dr. Phil is the Cartoonival host because his job is to bring all of us down from the edge after we get upset at the lack of updates and bug fixes.
He's there to kind of level. He's like a Toontown therapist.
All right, listen. Maybe next year we'll have more content.
Oh, jeez.
The bug fixes will get finally attention. Give it attention. You just gotta breathe.
Maybe not next year. Maybe the following year. Field offices. Maybe next year. But yeah, no, it's definitely. I am curious to see what the future is for TTR. And even Corporate Class, which, I mean, Loopy, if you know. But I think Toontown in general has definitely been around for the longest I've ever even seen. I mean, I've been around a lot of private servers out there, and I've never seen a private server last this long. Honestly, it's been around for way longer than I ever expected, and I really hope it can last for even longer. Talk about like private servers of just other projects in general.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I should have been a little bit more specific because obviously games have closed, and there's been other private servers of those games out there. I mean, one of them example is, I'm trying to think of, I think it's
Rest in Peace Fusion Fall Retro.
Right? Dude, I even heard there was going to be a remake of Cars Online. Like, dude, I can only imagine. I played
that once.
I played it. I think I played it like a couple times, and I'm just like,
I wasn't much of a fan. I'll be honest with you,
dude.
The weird top-down Cars attempted MMO.
Oh my god, that and What was the other one? I never played it, but I know there was a remake of it. Disney. It's a Pixie Hollow or something.
Oh yeah, there was Pixie Hollow.
And I know
there's Potco, and there's also
right, which I think that's still a thing.
Wasn't the same kind of sector of Disney, but there was VMK.
Oh yeah, and then there was Free Realm or whatever how you ever pronounce it. There was that sort of thing, and I don't know whatever happened with that, but
yeah, I never played Free Realms, but I'm sure there's definitely like private server projects for it. Really, any MMO game that died has some kind of private server project.
Unless Lorax comes out with its own game, and then you have friggin' what's his name in there?
The Onceler?
No, what's the other one? The one that
Lorax?
The Lorax, yes. The you know, let's just you never know. Yes. You know,
where did the Lorax come from? What?
Well, you never know. I mean, Lorax is popular. Maybe someday he'll come out with the, you know.
Bro, can you play as a Barbaloot in the Lorax MMO?
Imagine.
Only real Loraxers know what I'm talking about.
Oh man, if only someday maybe.
Are you a Swanee Swan or a Barbaloot? Come on, answer the question.
I don't know. I'm one of them.
Yeah. You're scared of saying the wrong thing, aren't you?
Oh man, you're making me really choose right now, aren't you?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I choose the middle. How about that? Is there a middle?
That would actually be a really weird game to pick to make like a game out of, or like an MMO. Specifically because it's all about preventing somebody from deforestation. So it's I don't know, kind of a weird topic. But hey, if Danny DeVito voices the Lorax in the game, I'm all for it.
Right.
Yeah, can we have Cartoonival hosted by Danny DeVito?
Oh, dude! No, that is a lot better than Dr. Phil. Sorry, Dr. Phil, but you're out.
I'll actually make a new video. So we can have Danny DeVito.
Dude, I will literally stream it every single day if I have to, if I see that in the game. And then you just see him every time a bug happens. Let it die. Dribble.
He can be here to protect the trees in the Cartoonival.
Oh my god. Yeah,
there are a lot of trees around here.
Oh man, he could be one of the Toonfest token, the people that sell stuff. He'll be selling his air over there.
Yeah, and then Mr. O'Hare kind of drops in from the sky, and that's the mini boss fight for the Cartoonival.
Is that the executive office? Is that going to be what it's about? You're going to go in there, and it's going to be like Danny DeVito over there, trying to kill everything, and then we're going to be like the Onceler, trying to hide up there, but then we're coming out, and we're going to be fighting Danny DeVito. Like
I don't want to fight Danny DeVito. I want to be friends with Danny DeVito.
How dare you, tree killer?
Danny DeVito's the Lorax. He's one for the trees.
Oh my god, I got them confused now. Alright.
Oh, now my camera's really bugged.
Dude, I'm really bugged now. I literally got that confused. My own Lorax that I used to watch probably 5 times a day.
Now I have to go to mega zoom out camera so I can see my tune.
Well, what's the one that... who did O'Hare? Who's the guy that did O'Hare then?
Oh, I don't know the voice of him.
That's who I meant. Trying to have the NPC replace as O'Hare.
Let it die, let it die.
Oh wait, another bug happened?
I say let it die!
Let it die, let it die. Oh man. It just keeps getting worse and worse over here in Loopy land.
When does Toontown's fun end? It doesn't. When does Toonfest end? Maybe next year.
Well, yeah, maybe next year, literally. The game will never end.
When does Toontown's fun end? It's supposed to not.
I don't know if that's a very catchy slogan comparatively.
Oh man, see, then that's like one of the things of the Broadway.
When will Toontown end? It's supposed to not.
It's supposed to not. I don't want to say it doesn't, because then people are going to be like, if it ever ends, Broadway, you did this guaranteed thing again.
I think that one's especially wordy. I don't know if we need to add that like clarifying extra sentence in there.
That all those stuff we say in this video does not mean it's guaranteed.
Yeah. Now it's gonna like actually close down, and it's gonna look like it's our fault. So what the heck, Broadway?
Oh my god, imagine we post this on the day after. It's just like, alright guys, and then the Smirky's in the background. Hey guys, you probably heard the news today.
Bro, if Toontown Rewritten just like all of a sudden was closing down, do you think Smirky would cry?
I mean, if that was the case, I'd be making another remix, that's for sure. Version 2 of this song.
Bro. See, I love how we talk about would Smirky cry, and you go straight to, bro, how can I make some content off of this?
Hey, I mean, I'm not even monetized yet, all right? Maybe someday, maybe next year. Maybe next year.
Bro, YouTube's new requirement. Well, it's not new anymore, but YouTube's increased monetization requirements. Oof.
They keep saying on there that I keep reusing content. I'm like, wow. I guess basically Toontown's reused content.
I will. Yeah.
Well, that's not a reason you should be making money, I guess, according to them.
I do a channel, and I make videos for it occasionally called Dumpster Dive, and I can't even monetize it because you have to have 1,000 subscribers now. You have to have 4,000 watch hours. Also, if you spend any money on ads for those videos, it doesn't count towards your watch time.
And you can't say the pandemic word, otherwise demonetized.
You can get away with it, but if you say it too much and the machine catches it, then you're in trouble.
The YouTube police will be at your house, pretty much.
Especially the first 30 seconds. I think that's the most prime time. You got to be careful. If you open the video and you're like, the coronavirus pandemic.
Excuse me, if Loopy
and you just say that up front, then the COVID-19 pandemic.
Loopy, I swear to God.
If you draw too much attention to the COVID-19 pandemic, you'll get in trouble.
Loopy, I am gonna...
monetized.
Or unless you just literally instead of blurping out curse words, you blurping out the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, you're gonna have to literally be like,
oh my God.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Dude, if my well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm not monetized yet, but if my video was monetized and Loopy was the cause of the demonetization, I think me and him would have some fights in DMs. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You just don't want to talk about things like vaccination and the COVID-19 pandemic.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year we I don't know.
No, Loopy, don't because then
I'm not hopeful.
You cannot guarantee something because the next year, if it's still going on, Loopy, there's going to be 1 million people at your doorstep.
Next year, when the COVID-22 pandemic breaks out.
Loopy, no, you cannot give false information.
Guaranteed.
No, it's not. I am reporting this video even though it's not even up yet and be reporting my own channel.
Bro.
Imagine you report your own video. Imagine.
This is just unacceptable. I'm going to report myself.
And then YouTube's like, okay, so due to the report, we taken down your channel. I'm like, oh, okay, I just reported myself and got my stuff taken down.
This is like when you accidentally walk out of the store with something and you're like, I'm so guilty, I'm gonna turn myself in.
What did you do? I took an extra tomato.
Yeah, you guys didn't charge me.
Oh no!
I feel like in that situation, the clerk would probably be like, okay.
I honestly think so. I mean, there's definitely been occasions where, you know, they sometimes forget to scan something and it's like, do you say something or do you not say something?
Well, if it's a tomato, maybe. If it's a 50-inch flat screen television.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, so I get like...
a little bit more incentive to just walk out and never come back.
You get like 5 iMacs, right? And you're like, oh, you only scanned 4 of them. All right, I got a free iMac, guys.
Yeah, just, you know, chalk it up as buy 4, get 1 free.
It'd be like, well, the lady didn't scan it at the register, so I thought it was buy 4, get 1 free.
Yeah, you didn't tell me I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You screwed up.
Right? Honestly, I feel like something like that.
Me, I got legs. I walked out.
Oh, man. Cartoonival, Loopy. Any final thoughts as we're gonna probably wrap it up here?
As long as you have plausible deniability, you're all right.
As long as you say, not guaranteed, but maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
All right. Till then, everybody, I appreciate you guys coming out. I don't know where the heck Loopy is, honestly. Where is he?
I'm in the air right now.
You're in the air. Are you an airhead?
I can feel it in the air right now.
Maybe next year he'll come down.
I'm by the duck tank now. Hey, is that you?
Oh, it's the meatball. All right, guys. Loopy, hopefully we'll see you in another video or stream. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Do you have any final thoughts, Loopy? Well, I can't even use an emote right now except the sad emote.
Tip your waiters and waitresses. Get your dog spayed and neutered.
Until next time, everybody. Take care.